I didn't get here overnight. I have been sharing online since 2015, but there are key points of how I got to where I am. One is I had a problem that needed solved, and I solved it, and then a lot of people wanted to know what I was doing. And so that's how I started coaching weight loss and emotional eating, helping women get their energy back, because that was something I struggled with. And by sharing my story, I attracted a lot of women who wanted help with that. There came to a point where I realized, I don't know why people are coming to me, because there's other people that are probably more qualified than I am, considering I wasn't a personal trainer, I wasn't a dietitian, I wasn't a nutritionist. I just was sharing a struggle that I had and how I overcame it. And one of my very first business courses that I took back in 2017, they talked about the importance of being a specialist versus a generalist. So if you think about, if you go to the doctor, you have your regular doctor, you go to maybe for a yearly checkup, and then you have other doctors that are more specialized. Like if you're needing heart surgery, you're going to go to a heart specialist, and you're probably going to pay a premium price, right? And if you think about, there are doctors everywhere, in every city, in every town, multiple that you could choose from, and they're kind of all the same. Not a lot different. However, if you need a heart surgeon, that's a little bit more specialized. It's a little harder to find. It's a little harder to get into. Those doctors have to go through more specialized training, but you're willing to pay the price for, a doctor that is more specialized. Am I right? So it's the same thing in business. If you're doing the same thing as everyone else, eventually people realize they could go to anywhere to get what they're getting from you. But if you are specialized in one specific area that not everyone else is trained in, you can charge a higher premium. So I knew I needed to specialize in something. However, what was I going to specialize in? And that's when I landed on astrology. And I had my first astrology reading, and I wanted to know, why are my clients maybe not consistent? Why do I need to hold their hand all the time? How can I attract more higher quality clients? How can I attract more premium clients? And it was astrology where I started to learn about my unique skill set, my unique gifts, and I learned about my rising sign. And that's a very important part. That's why we spend a lot of time on your rising sign when we are looking at your chart, because your rising sign is part of your soul's purpose. And I'm a Scorpio rising, so obviously. So I've been studying astrology for over 7 years, and there's 3 main ways I like to use astrology in my life and in my business. And the first way was learning about myself and who am I? Why do I do certain things, and who am I? Why do I do certain things? And just learning and embodying different parts of myself that maybe I used to hide away. I used to not feel like I could show those parts of myself. And I started learning how to just embody more of who I am. And the second way, I like to utilize the transits. So currently we're in Scorpio season. So that is the sun is in the Scorpio part of your chart. And so it's highlighting a certain area. So even if you are not a Scorpio and you don't have Scorpio placements, there's still a part of your chart that is ruled by Scorpio. And so the sun moving through Scorpio can highlight that area of your life. And other planets also, like we have Venus in Scorpio. So where is the Scorpio part of your chart? We have Jupiter in Cancer. So where's the Cancer part of your chart? We can utilize these different transits that are happening throughout the year to understand growth opportunities or areas that are being highlighted. And these planets are activating a part of your life. So we can look at that. And then the third way I like to utilize the astrology and my birth chart is in my business. And so I can see different areas of maybe how I'm best equipped, different opportunities in my business that I'm more suited for. So we look at your Mars sign, your Venus sign, your moon sign, and different maybe business models that may be more beneficial. Also your purpose. Also, your motivators, your money blocks. There's different things, growth opportunities, areas you need more discipline and more structure. These are different areas, and you can highlight maybe things that you're really, really good at, and you can charge more of a premium price, but also your weaknesses on where you have room to grow. So if you're struggling with any part of your life and or business, maybe you're at a crossroads and you're needing to know what direction to go, and or maybe you want to start a new career, there's different parts of your chart that we can look at. And so if you're curious, shoot me a DM, let me know what's going on, and send me a screenshot of your chart, and I can pinpoint your purpose. I can pinpoint maybe some opportunities for you to grow through, and some new perspectives that you're maybe not thinking about.